yeah, it's definitely Mercury retrograde already. I don't mean to be that guy that just blames technological mishaps on Mercury retrograde. But yeah, definitely Mercury retrograde. It's definitely started. All right, welcome to your Mercury in Capricorn transit talk. This is your host, the Peace Dealer. I see that one of you have actually pre-ordered a tarot reading. So I will make sure, Sabrina, I got you. Should I look for a new opportunity or stay with stability? I got you. If perhaps the Mercury transit talk doesn't already answer your question, I will most definitely pull a card. I'm gonna pull from the Pokemon deck. So we're gonna get it in. All right. The Fury Soldier. Yeah, if you want to call it pre-shadow, definitely for sure. That shadow period. Please hit that like button on the way in. You feel me? Okay. In fact, if you hit that like button and help me drive up the algorithm, nah, it's cool. They're not pushing this in the algorithm. It's all right. It started today. Okay. Guys, I looked at the transits for the next few years coming ahead into 2027. It's nuts. It's nuts. We're going to see some shit we've never seen before, which is really vague and redundant to say, but will still be true when you experience it in a moment. It's going to be like, wow. 2025 is going to be a little bit like 2023. Okay. 2023 took us out of Saturn Aquarius and just like in the Saturn Pisces, we're like, it's the end of the world. Look at the world. It's ending, bitch. It's ending, bitch. Hold on. I want you to confirm this with me. If since March to like November of 2023, March to November of 2023, am I the only one, or comment an exclamation mark if you have also experienced the literal veil and the world just like, I might end this bitch though. I might start ending this bitch though. Look at the world around you. Look at how crazy humanity is. Doesn't it feel now more than ever like it's not the end of the world, but it's like beginning? Like, oh, look, I might just do it, bitch. I might just do it. Hold on. Let me get ready. Okay. I just want to make sure we're clear. For those of you who've peeped game, it has finally begun. That's why I'm so glad we're doing this Mercury transit, because Mercury in Capricorn with the retrograde is going to reevaluate your thinking process. So it's like, oh shit, this bitch is really ending. Like, you went into this transit like, wow, the world might really be ending. And once you end this transit, it's going to be like, this bitch is really ending though. Like, oh my God. Holy shit, this is happening. This is nothing like I thought it would be. Okay, so just want to make sure we're clear. This was the world itself. Like, I might just end this bitch. And then, so that was March. Let's just make sure we're clear. I'm going to give you the math. March of 2023, Saturn, fresh off of a population control campaign that Saturn has done for 2.5 years from 2021. As soon as that bitch entered Aquarius, we had the planet of limitations, all right, and restrictions in the zodiac sign of networking, community, and actual media. And what did we see? Fact checkers, censorship, population control, Saturn control, Aquarius population. I think you might understand what may have happened during those 2 years to do so, because now Sun Saturn conjunction in Pisces, March of 2024, and then the second one, March of 2025, is going to be effect of everything that was done those past 2 years. I hope you didn't forget. It's only just getting started. Okay, so we're just making sure. So March of 2023, ladies and gentlemen, that was where the world started stunned. I want you to go back from March to like July, August. March to July, August was the world was like, I might just end this bitch. I might just end this bitch right now. Banks started crashing, more instability. You ain't see some shit like Pluto just went a little bit into Aquarius. Hackers, AI revolution, like ChatGPT 4 didn't get unveiled until Pluto was like 29 0 degrees Aquarius. I hope we're clear. 29 Cap 0 Aqua. Like, I hope we're clear. I don't think people are ready for what's about to happen. I don't think people know how much you are a part of this revolution. They don't know you've been cooking. Okay. So Saturn was like, I might just end this bitch. I might just end this bitch right now. And then Saturn went retrograde. Saturn went retrograde. This is the most devious zodiac sign, by the way, Pisces. Like, y'all still, Pisces is still fooled you that it's all about peace, love, and harmony. No, they came to destroy everything. That's why Virgo hates Pisces. Virgo's the detective that from the very beginning of the movie, people were like, Pisces is the bad guy. And then everyone was like, Virgo, you're such a hater. You're such a hater, Virgo. We love Pisces. Pisces made our dream come true. What are you talking about? And it's only until Pisces gets away with the plan, you realize, oh no, Virgo was right, but you had already destroyed Virgo. Virgo was trying to give you receipts like, no. It's cool. Okay, y'all don't know how sinister Pisces is. You don't know these people literally scan your aura, read your mind, look at your dreams, literally talk to versions of your higher self, have dreams about you, and then just act like, what? Look, what do you mean? What? How did I know this, by the way? Bitch, how did you know? Why don't you let me know how you fucking know? Stop. So listen. July, August, what happened? Saturn started a retrograde. That was where the world was like, hold on. We not gonna end this bitch yet. Hold on, I just gave you motherfuckers a sneak peek, bitch. Hold on, let me go get my motherfuckers real quick. And once I finish this retrograde, we gonna start to end this bitch. We had the eclipse in Libra. All right, Israel went to war. All right, proxy war started to come through. All the stuff happening in Congo. Boom! Saturn went direct. It's time, bitches. It's only the end of the world. It's time to end this bitch. It's time to end this bitch. What the fuck have you even been doing? I'm about to leave everything in ruin. They put you in school for your education. All they did was lie to you in every nation. The return of the gods, humanity at odds. Are you ready for the revolution? I'm about to end this bitch. You didn't know it's a whole party? Zeus entered Taurus land May of 2023 with Uranus, ground and shit. You didn't know? Oh, it's going down. It's going down. This is what you've been waiting for. What's going to happen is, you see Saturn 1 degree right here? See how it's sextile of Mercury? Eventually, I want you to look at this, guys. I want you to look at this. We're going to have the sun, now that the Saturn is direct, Sagittarius season, look at where the sun's going to be. Right on Pluto, right on Saturn, guys. You see Pluto? You see Pluto in Aquarius? This is the first sun Saturn conjunction in over 30 years, and with Neptune in Pisces in over 100 years. In over 100 years. And you see how Pluto's in Aquarius? So this is over 248 years. The last time we had Saturn in Pisces while Pluto was in Aquarius. And Neptune was in Pisces. Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see this, Sun Saturn? That is going to be the official. It's over. It's up. It's done. It's over. It's over. Yeah. It's crumbling down. It's over. It's over. It's more than slightly scary. Please remember what happened. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius, we had people die from war. We had people die from unexpected diseases that came from foreigners ashore. We had people die from famine. All right. At least now we have smartphones. But Pluto in Aquarius is bringing in the next wave of, say it with me, mass extinction events. Boom. What is really, really, really key, before we do like a Saturn Pisces transit talk, we're probably gonna start that one in Pisces, and I'll just let you know like the timing of how this is gonna end. But I want to really bring to your attention right now up until March 1st. March 1st is going to mark the beginning of this cycle that is bringing it in. So that means, now let's put this in context, okay? Well, I'm not going to say everybody, okay? Quite literally, this March 1st is where we begin the bon voyage. Saturn entering Pisces, March of 2023, was where from March to September, or let's say July, you were building your arc. You were presented with the reality that, hey, you're not even of this world. You're from and are meant to represent the new world. There's nothing new under the sun, but let's just say the next world. Shit, that's why the fuck you're here. That's why you've been isolated. You've been called out from stuff that has nothing to do with you. You were never meant to invest in a dying world. And so you began to create what? Saturn and Pisces, the crystallization of your imagination, the reality of your dream, the totality of the vehicle of your imagination, what Neville Goddard calls God, okay, to be the ark that takes you through the raining waters that will end the world, just like in the days of Noah. In the end days, it'll be just like in the days of Noah. Wait till you realize Noah was on that ship for 371 days. That's a year. What's going to happen once we go on this journey? 371 days from now, which is a little bit over a year. Boom. Saturn and Neptune are ready to move into Aries. And this is where we see, of course, the next definition of this journey. Okay, I'll go a little bit more into an analogy of how to see it, but this is going to be once we come back around for round 2 And that's why I wanted to show you the similarities here. Okay, I want to paint this picture properly for you. I don't know why this is loading and acting like it needs to take time. Maybe it's, I don't think it's because of my million tabs. But basically, from March to September, you started to build the components as you were activating abilities and letting off new evolution cycles into play. This puts you, really? This puts you in the ability to start to put this together, to really imagine these new concepts, to really imagine more what you can be so that you can facilitate this new world, this experience in a new world. Okay, this is kind of annoying. Hurry up, Astro Seek. So, relative to that, once it started to retrograde, this was you putting together the concepts of this arc that you'll build upon as you move forward, of course. And that's what brought us through the eclipse into the new moon in Sagittarius coming out of Scorpio season, where what happened? Saturn went direct. And so this is now you pushing your boat into the ocean waters that are starting to literally rain on. And then once we get to that March point, okay, that's going to represent us actually finally going on this 371-day journey. Okay. Which doesn't have to be exactly 371 days, but just as an analogy. So that's everything coming up to March 1st. Let's break it down even further. First of all, as you can see, that's 2024. 2024 is where by the time we come into Pisces, the final change. So we have the first change in, the initial idea, Gemini, and then mastery, analysis, Virgo. Sagittarius season that we're in right now is the first change relative to this Saturn quality, your arc. What's happening right now is from the first Sagittarius change to the Pisces change, where we're in the thick of this Saturn concept, the arc, right? If you think about the rainwater flooding and then it actually flooding the whole world and then it's settling, that's a process. So Capricorn season is going to be the cardinal direction of the change of this landscape by the end of Capricorn season into Aquarius, flooding all the mountains. All right. And by the time we get to Pisces, this is now integrating the change of the activation of us blasting through our vision on this arc. This is us now getting ready. Now that the floodwaters have now begun to drown, now we're on this floodwater arc for 371 days. All right. Just really think about that. It didn't just flood everything and then like in 2 weeks or a day, they were there. This was like a year trip. This is the beginning of your faith journey on your arc. You are taking the concepts of your imagination and you're mastering reality warping. All this is an analogy for reality warping. Okay. Because without these reality warping ability, the way everyone does it is going to be unique to you. But without the ability to harness elements of your imagination and crystallize them for real, you're not going to make it into the new world. You're not. Look at what they already tried 2020 to 2022. Like this is not a fucking game. It's not a fucking game. Okay. But it's cool because you built your arc. And as you incrementally grow through this challenge, all right, and journey, this is what's going to prepare to bring you into 2025. So this was my point exactly. basically, just like 2023 kind of sneak peeked us, like, I might just end this bitch. All right, get the arc ready. And now we're at the end of 2023. We're getting ready to move forward. 2024 is going to be that entire end process. Okay, this is where we're going to experience the totality, Saturn, of everything Pisces ending, with Neptune cutting through the veil, major disillusionment. Everyone around the world realizing they've been lied to. This is the effect of it. Endgame. And Drake has all the Infinity Stones. I didn't realize Drake Hades ended up being Thanos. All right. We didn't realize too late. When I speak about Drake, I'm speaking about Drake as a social entity. So it's the archetype he exists as, and how he's not just one being, let's just say hypothetically. So at first it was cool because Drake came through in the game, you know, as the hero. He had the Leo rising, like, I'm here to see everybody win. You shorty, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. Baby, you the best. You know, just killing shit. It is what it is. He was collabing with this person. He was collabing with this person. He was collabing with this person. So, you know, when people started to say he was soft and people started to say he was being a culture vulture, he was like, no, that's not it at all. I'm just trying to put people on. I'm trying to help people. And I didn't realize that we didn't realize he was becoming a villain in front of our very eyes. And it's cool. It's not like he's a bad person, but it's crazy because what happened was then he started getting this. I'm not going to say there's a reason for it, but then Scorpion happened. So, you know, at first he got the first 3 Infinity Stones and we didn't know that he was collecting the Infinity Stones. We didn't know that he was getting ready to snap the game goodbye. We thought it was funny at first. We didn't know at the time he was getting ready to go full on supervillain with Scorpion. Then he dropped the Dark Trilogy. Okay, Her Loss, Honestly Never Mind. Certified Lover Boy, Her Loss, Honestly Never Mind. Okay, back to regularly scheduled programming, where during these projects he gained more Infinity Stones, and then he got the final Dream Stone from Bad Bunny. I don't think you know Bad Bunny is Sun, Moon, Saturn in Pisces. All right, he's literally his own world. Like, he's literally one of the greatest legends. And I'm not saying that as a fan. I'm saying I don't think you understand that he is an Infinity Stone. And guess what? Bad Bunny is going through a Saturn return. So you mean to tell me that while Bad Bunny is going through a Saturn return, returning the power of his Dream Stone, he's on a track with Drake, giving that stone, the last stone, to Drake? And now he has all the stones and he's about to just snap the game away? Do you see what's happening? Do any of you care? This is what I'm talking about. This is all happening during the end of the world. Do you think this is a game? He literally came through like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I got mob ties now, bitch. I don't even know if this motherfucker likes regular people. He didn't used to send people strays. You don't understand. This is one of the greatest supervillains. He might be becoming the GOAT in front of our eyes. I didn't think that it would be a supervillain, but like, you feel me? And I'm not trying to make this about him. You have to understand how this plays out archetypally beyond just maybe him. All right. A reason why this is very, 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 very crazy when you take these themes into account and experiencing everything literally, all right, everything that's been culminating, climaxing, this is it. So just like 2024 is now going to represent the actual experience that every 2023 set up. 2023 took us out of the old one and prepared the beginning of the end. 2025 is going to be like 2023. 2025 is going to be like we're now coming out of that end cycle into the new world order. Saturn and Neptune inch in the Aries, and then by the summer fall period they retrograde back into Pisces, and then by the end of 2025, boom, Uranus is 29 degrees Taurus, they're back in Aries. Okay, and then 2026, guys, is fucking crazy. 2026 is nuts. 2026 is going to be like 2024, where we're fully coming into the new age. North Node and Pluto in Aquarius, Jupiter and South Node in Leo, guys. Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in like, and then 2027 is even crazier. So like that's just like the charge into the new revolution. Okay, it's gonna be ridiculous. So the reason why I wanted to mention that is we have 2023 and 2025. 2023 is the beginning of the end of the world. 2025 is the beginning of the revolution. 2024 is the literal end of the world, guys. I fucking promise you. And 2026 is the revolution. Okay, it's all the revolution. The apocalypse cycle kicked off 2020. So look at March 21st, 2020, and then March 21st, 2027. Let me just show you. You ready, guys? I literally just gave you the 7-year tribulation date. March 21st, 2020 to March 21st, 2027. By the time we get into 2027, you'll see that we have finished the phase out of one cycle and world into another world. And that's what this fight for control is. Over the next 2 years, you are going to see titans and gods fight over control. And by gods, I mean collective, social groups, government structures. You are going to see the biggest power vacuum and fight over what direction do we take this new world order in? One that favors the individual or one that limits the individual in light of advanced technology. This is it, guys. This is it. This is going to be marked by massive disillusion. So we see the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, famine, Jupiter in its fall. All right. The last time this happened in 2008, we saw a drop in the S&P market because Jupiter, that was at its peak, fell. So this is canon. We have real precedent to see how this is not just some astrology bullshit. It actually affects real life. All right. Which you're dumb if you think astrology is pseudoscience. All right. That's going to be the norm coming forward. In the old world, you're pseudoscientific if you believe astrology. Post 2027, you're an idiot if you do not know your moon sign. It's happening, guys. This is it. So the apocalypse cycle happened. We had the god of war. That was one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. Famine, pestilence, Pluto, and of course, death, Saturn. All right. So that's 2020. Then we have 2021. Then we have 2022. Then we have 2023. See, now Saturn is beginning the end in Pisces. Then we have 2024, second stage. Then we have 2025, the North Node on Neptune and Pisces, the aftermath. Then we have 2026. I know you see that. I know you see that. I know you see that. 2026 is nuts, guys. 2026 is nuts, guys. And then we have the final year of the 7-year tribulation period, 2027. Read it and weep. Read it and weep. Uranus in Gemini, Jupiter on the South Node in Leo, North Node Pluto. So this is it. This is what we're fighting for. This is it. This is it. We are literally in the thick of the middle. 2020 to 2023. All right. Then we have 2024. Then we have the last part, 2025, 2026, 2027. Let's go. Let's go. Do you know they tried to kill us the last 3 years and you're still alive? You made it. People started dying suddenly and shit. You're still here. Let's go. Now you're in your arc. Let's go. You are quite literally blasting off this vision into unconventional innovations of your own consciousness. I mean, by the time Pluto's in Aquarius, that's a telepathic grid where your ability to actually connect with other people's minds like a phone is there, even if through an app. So like they're facets of your own body, mind, and consciousness that will surpass what science has still yet to catch up when it comes to just your basic biology. So this is it, guys. This is it. By 2027, that's literally the end of this tribulation period. And I want you to see Jupiter and the god of wars on the south node, and then Venus, the goddess of beauty, and Pluto, Hades, on the north node. That's crazy. That's crazy. So Pisces is variable, and everything that is occurring during this period can go either way. And this is where weak, stupid little bitches, people who cannot understand and think outside the box, have nothing else but to just diss you with ad hominem statements and nothing that really speaks to the actuality that everything that they've ever known and attached their identity is ending, and therefore they're ending. That's why they're insecure around you. You're not from this world. You might be in it. You're not of it. And there are people who will gladly die with this old world who are dying. Let them die. They didn't build the ark. That's why they're fucking drowning right now. Serves you right. Good riddance. This is not this pseudo compassionate love and light bullshit. We are at war, ladies and gentlemen. We see this god of war here. We are at war. This war was declared on you because you had the audacity to not follow the program and agenda and actually be who you are in a society that wants to invalidate your reality and basically tell you who to be and how to be. We not doing that. Okay. So anyway, just wanted to, make sure we clear. It's Infinity Gang over here, baby. And people still don't even know how to come correct, acting like they know you when they don't. They wish they could. They wish they could. All right. 2nd of December. Let's talk about Mercury and Capricorn. I wanted to interface that. So now that we know that we are coming into 2024, all right, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 is the 4th year. So we have cleared the 4th year of the 7-year tribulation. Then we have 2024, 2025, 2026. So even though 2020, so we could say it started 2020, 2021, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2026, 2027. 7-8 years, give or take. But now that we know the first 3-4 years was to bring in the beginning of the end, 2020 activating this God level of awakening, moving forward, you're going to start to see the integration of it. This is where everything you spent the past few years based on your decision making around collective mandates and false authority and authority. Now this is the individual integration of this. This is why, especially if you're born 89, 90, 91, 92, shit's just going to be popping. All right, 2025, 2026, 2027. That's everyone born after 95, new generation, 95, 96. So this is it, guys. This is it. Mercury and Capricorn is what's going to align your brain processing to the function of how you now bring everything together in completion for the end of the world. And that's where by the time we are in Pisces season with the first conjunction that is very, very, very significant. Mind you, the North Node will be here one day, okay, in another couple of years. This is what now is going to facilitate how you are moving forward now that the rainwaters are falling and you are at this point blasting off with your vision, with everything that God is showing you are meant to be and you are meant to do. You can argue with people about whether the vision is true or not, or you could just let your actions do the talking. Then you won't have to argue with nobody. Oh. You know what? I really love that. You guys really are the forgotten people because you guys literally pass the torch to the new generation. 93, 94 are having their Saturn return right now. And nobody talks about you motherfuckers. Mainly, and 94, y'all have like the craziest sauce. Like 93, 94 has some of the highest level of power. If you look at 93, 94 and the Pluto Scorpio generation, let's say there's the Pluto Sagittarius generation, and then there's the Pluto Scorpio generation. 93 and 94 are the last graduating class of Pluto Scorpio. It's a huge deal. So people, it's like being the last born child. Literally, my youngest sister is a part of this generation. And y'all are the most purely talented. Y'all are the culmination of our generation. And it's almost as if like y'all get the trash. Like you get the rest of what's left, and you have to like hold that responsibility. So we don't feel bad for you. We don't feel bad for you. Y'all are super fucking solid, especially you 94. We don't feel bad for you. We don't feel bad for you. You got all the fucking sauce. And 93, you don't even know if you want to be super genius or weird or what the sauce. Like you don't even know 93. And you like it's just so like we don't feel bad. We don't feel bad for you, but it's like yeah, you know we do see you. We do feel you. We do feel you. Okay, it is what it is. So yes, all right. Goddamn. Oh man, goddamn. Yeah. So too saucy, too fucking saucy. Every single fucking one of you. Like, why the fuck are y'all this extremely talented? Could you like just pick one profession? Why the fuck are y'all like too like really good at everything? Like, stop. Now you making me look mediocre in comparison. Who the fuck asked you? Who the fuck asked you? I used to fucking hate when my sister would sing all the time. Like, fuck, this is just so fucking melodious. How do you sound like a fucking angel? Now I feel all fucking insecure and fucking like I'm not trying to sing. Like, how can you just be so open with your vulnerability? Like, I never hated on the talent. I never hated on the fact that she sang, but it's like, how are you just gonna be openly cancer vulnerable? Like, I didn't know at the time I had a moon in Cap, and it's like, even though the Gemini would be like, she's singing though, she killing that shit though. She killing that shit though. I didn't know at the time. All right, it is what it is. So you have to understand that's another reason why this period is crazy, because all of the people born in the late 80s and early 90s are awakening all of their God power. It's not like people born in the 60s and the 70s and the early 80s who were forced to grow up early. This is evidenced as well by their Saturns in earlier sign placements, which have younger ages of development. All of you in the late 80s, 90s, you're all late bloomers. You're not coming in your shit until mid 30s, 40s, baby. It doesn't mean you're not going to come into success early in age, but it's like the shit is only barely popping off now. And that's just as simple too with the whole nature of how generations go. They did the hard work, which now sets us up in a situation where we don't have to do as much, which now creates weak times, which now creates strong people. It's just that happened again. It's literally just that getting ready to happen again. Boom. But it's cool because it was only an illusion. It was only an illusion that made you feel like you were supposed to get it any earlier, and you are being disillusioned. The only people who really will feel disillusioned are social signs. Yeah. Like if you're like majority Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, you already knew this was going to happen. If you're majority Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, even, you're excited that this is happening. If you're majority Leo, Virgo, Libra, you're disappointed as fuck. You feel disillusioned. What the fuck were you being social for if you have the distance now? If you're like majority Scorpio, not even Sag, like Sag is going to be kind of like half and half. Scorpio, Virgo, Libra, Leo was mad as fuck right now. Like mad disillusion. Cancer was just about to leave the house. Cancer for the first time was just about to leave the house and finally spread their social wings. They got socially distanced. They're like, stay your ass at home, motherfucker. And you know, Cancer already the homebody. It's like, I didn't even want to go outside anyway. All you motherfuckers that have no social energy, you're like, this is our time. Yeah, bitch. You were talking all that shit about us staying inside. You were talking all that shit about us staying inside. Look at you. All the social motherfuckers are just like, fuck. You niggas lied. Fuck. Fuck. Don't worry, you socials, you'll get your time again when 2027. Y'all gotta wait until 2027 just for it to begin to come back. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. They typed in the bitch. If you see them angry, it's because they know it's over. It's over. It's done. It's done. It's done. You had your time. You had your time. Now your ops are shining. You know, Virgo hates seeing Pisces win because Pisces is now hating on Virgo. Yeah, listen, you have to understand, guys. In the 60s and the 70s, it was literally the opposite. This is where a lot of these social infrastructures were created that we're seeing end right now. So it was the other way around. Aries was getting hated on, Taurus was getting shitted on, and no one ever shits on Taurus. Gemini, like it was the Indies, yes. And they just, thank you, Aquarius, Pisces, just watched you diagnose them as just antisocial personality disorder, all that shit. All the hippie generation, they're like, don't worry, bitches, our time gonna come. Don't worry, no, y'all niggas talking shit. Aquarius knew. Aquarius was like, no, don't even worry, guys. They ain't talking shit now. Everything Aquarius was saying back then is happening right now. And if you think I'm lying, go to any Aquarius. Go to any Aquarius right now. Pluto's about to go in their sign. They're like, see, guys, I was telling you this would happen. I was telling you this would happen. Just go to any random Aquarius right now. They're going to be on the phone talking to someone like, see, did not tell you that this will happen? Are they pulling receipts? Thank you. Because now it's our time. Antisocial gang. What's up? Oh, that sounds lame as hell, but it's not. I promise you. Okay, this is it. 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 Pisces is having a magical fish party, knowing that it's the last time in a long time they ever gonna have it like this. So trust me, this is it. This is it. Okay. So, yeah, look at Virgo. Look at Virgo. Like, oh, y'all too aloof. Y'all ain't aloof enough. Thank God. Could you imagine if Virgo was aloof? We'd be fucked. We'd be so fucked if the one who was supposed to be on point and calls everyone out is aloof. We would get nothing done. It's like, oh shit. See, we're aloof, so you don't have to be. Okay. There's no Virgo when the world's falling apart. This is a bar. Look at this. Virgo is empty. There's just Lilith. That's what I'm saying. Like, be very careful. Like, with this destability, the corruption of, you have not only the corruption of collective authority of knowledge, where the officials who are supposed to be giving you the truth are lying to you. And then you also have the other end of it, people who are not educated and they're making shit up. All right. Normally, the people who are educated with the authority will put that in check, but they're lying to you. So you have people lying to you and controlling the information you get. And then you have people who are just making shit up. And that's where the lack of Virgo social distancing is very crazy. If I'm not allowed to see you, right, then people can report narratives to me. And if I'm distanced from seeing you, normally, we could just call bullshit. A lot of the news couldn't cap a lot. Like, I'm sure they could, but like, you feel me? So regardless, this is what this Mercury and Capricorn is going to really help wrap your brain around. It's the final awakening of elite brain power, because once we step into next year, Pluto is in Aquarius. We are not going to be awakening brain power. Instead of awakening elite brain power, the Mercury Aquarius Pluto transits through Aqua will be awakening your Nen. It's not elite brain power, it's celestial brain quality. You're going to be awakening the genius of your brain. And in order to operate on this celestial quality, you've had to since 2008 with everybody collectively awaken the elite power of your brain. Now, listen, there are idiots in this world who, when they cannot get through to you because they're saying something that you disagree with them, they yell louder. They're like, you're this is it. They have issues in their head. They yell at you louder, almost as if in their brain they think that by yelling it louder, it makes more of their point. But see, these are weak people who are insecure just by you standing in the integrity of your truth. So these people need to find security in yelling these things and having a choir around them to feed them their energy. These WLBs may not even be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolute facts. People may be unconscious of how they're snitching on themselves. Okay. All right. Okay. And they literally feel, all right, like if they're able to coerce you through peer pressure to switch your stance, that they have now secured the threatening quality of their unreality. We know this is true because you didn't have to go to these people to defend your beliefs. They came to you. First red flag. It'd be different if you were crusading around, shoving your beliefs down other people's throats. It almost seems like it's the other way around. You have beliefs that you have proven through real experience. And whereas if, of course, the beliefs were not based in reality, you called yourself out on it and changed it, hence the mutable nature. But you, of course, produced receipts. So now that was the first setup for this building this arc. You created and crafted through your imagination principles that take you beyond the limited scope of what you are told you can be and are. Then you produced and crunched receipts for this. That's why September was crucial once we were putting this all together. All right. For example, people have told me my whole life psychic ability isn't real, but I went on a week after week spree using my intuition to predict stuff that I shouldn't have known happened, proving how I'm not even the only one in this world that can do this, and how now that proves a whole lot of science wrong. And I have receipts, so I can literally just show you. Boom. And that's nothing. That's light compared to what the new generation is going to do, compared to what you're already doing. We have Elisha Eternal doing real telekinesis and aerokinesis. All right. And these are supposed to sound like unconventional themes, like psychology back in the 60s. Psychology was not open like it is now. We're seeing this happen collectively with people all over the world that are going to really be in a position to be held accountable. Saturn in Pisces is also going to go to these frauds. Saturn in Pisces is going to hold accountable all these people who are like extra spiritual, lyrical miracle. Oh yeah, I talk to Odin every day. I've opened my third eye. All these people are going to get exposed all through 2024. All these spiritual leaders who you swore were actually legit, you're going to see they're fake as fuck, just like everybody else. Okay, the peace dealer is going to go through the ringer. You think I'm going to walk through this unscathed? You think Saturn's not going to test me too to make sure that I'm not capping and just blowing smoke up your ass? But you know how I do. You know I keep it transparent too. So when I get tested, I'm going to pass that motherfucking test because I don't play around with this shit. Just like you don't play around with this shit. And those of you who pass this test, you're going to be seeing people fail. Not because of anything outside of themselves, but because they don't practice what they preach. If you practice what you preach, and this is the objective mechanic about it. It's not about we all believe this and you believe this, so we're right, you're wrong. No, I can believe this, you can believe this. Saturn wants to know who is practicing what they preach. If both people are practicing what they preach, even though both people believe in opposite things, they both passed. Then they take this into the new world and finish their beef under these new circumstances. So very true. So very important. So very important. Okay. So very important. Okay. So that's what we're getting ready to start right now. And that's what relative to this reality warping protocol is getting ready to awaken in this elite power of your brain. And as you step into this, if you think Uranus is trans-Saturnian, it's a frequency, and Pisces is the manifestation of that, a vibration, which means it's beyond the 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum that you don't see, you feel, which means the pulse of you expressing this frequency at the higher level of your God self is going to threaten, and it's going to uncharacteristically expose an extreme reaction from people who cannot stand your aura. This is what's amplifying the psychic attack, and this is what is bringing out the true nature of people. All you have to do is just maintain your vision, the integrity of your beliefs, and who you are. You don't need to fight anybody. You don't need to argue with anybody. You don't really need to do anything. That's what these other people are going to be doing. You just need to maintain you, stand in your square and be you. All the people who are going to make fun of you because insecure people need someone to feel better than. So, of course, this is just them snitching about how insecure and sensitive they are to what you built from within you, from the ground up. Boom. So we're going to talk about how in Mercury and Capricorn, by the time we get into Mercury and Aquarius, this is going to reconfigure your brain processing and push forward the utilization of the advanced aspects of your brain that isn't coming from nowhere. Mercury and Capricorn is the completion of this process that we will see Venus, your heart, and Mars also go through in its exaltation. So this not only marks the final awakening since 2008, but of course, at the final part, this is putting together what you activated Mercury in Aries, integrated Mercury in Cancer, and mastered Mercury Virgo, broke through Mercury Libra, and Mercury Sagittarius now showed you this ascension. Boom, this is it. This is the completion. We're wrapping it all together. All right. And this is why, while Mercury will be trining Jupiter and Uranus, you're going to simulate NZT, limitless focus, without taking the pill. If before you had to take the pill, now it's like the end of the movie where your brain acclimated to it. And such a subconscious process is not something that you're going to be aware of until now. I'm going to break down the process, guys. Okay. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring to your attention, if you click the description box below, you will see that I am offering Mercury in Capricorn. For those of this is going to be, of course, not the regular quick transit. We're going to account for the retrograde back in the Sag, and then it's quick transit through Capricorn, where it's going to catch up. So for those of you who want to know how this is going to break down in a 15-minute report, there's only 15 spots available. And instead of a discount code, it's all going to be a part of the December sale, 30% off. All of them have the automatic discount at 30% off. The first 15 to order this. Boom. I also want to bring to your attention that I do have my 30% sale. So for those of you who, of course, would like a recorded report, this is where I could record reports for 15 or 30 minutes. They are all automatically, you guessed it, 30% off. Yes. All right. Just wanted to put that out there, let you know. Okay, cool. For those of you who would like a live reading, all right, Sabrina, once I'm finished with this, you're going to be the first person we read. These transit talks are publicly available. You do not need to be a member to see any ceremony or a transit talk, just to keep that in mind. So with that being said, for those of you who would like a live reading, a mini live reading about what this transit is going to be here during this live talk, click the description box below and you'll be able to see the Hipsy link. I also have a tip jar in Hipsy that I think is much better than the one that I had in Snip Feed. So for those of you who ever want to leave tips, that's also a really great place to do so, although it is not mandatory. So with that being said, okay, for any of you who want a live tarot card reading or a live astrology reading, you can click the link down below on Hipsy. I only have 15 spots available. Someone got one, so 14 now. And basically, yeah, if you want a astrology reading, then just send your chart, or you'll be able to put your sun, moon, and rising in the notes. So that being said, hey Marilyn, let me know. We're gonna oh my goddess, you need to stop. That's wild. So yeah, you feel me? Before we get into this, I'm actually going to pull a mini reading. Okay. Yes, I actually have eclipse reading. So for those of you who have rising moon and sun placements around Aries or Libra, I highly recommend you get the eclipse reports. All right, those are always available for any of you who want to know. The way I do eclipse reports is we'll do the cycle before the eclipse and after to give you the mathematics of how you're entering it, what it is, and what you're moving forward, how it applies to your chart. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. All right. So I think it's time to break this down. When I say this is the final awakening of elite brain power, a lot of your ability to be aware of this enhanced nature of processing was almost fundamentally impossible until now. A lot of things are just going to click like it's the first time you're experiencing it, but it took decades of setup. So welcome. And all of this is to prepare for you to now process your brain at genius levels. This is what coming into the next decade is going to bring enhanced telepathy. And this is what at the final degree here with Pluto 29 degrees will break you through this completion of awakening this. So this is happening collectively. And at this stage, this is a very important thing. At this stage, you are breaking through unconventional understandings of the way your brain works that is not mainstream. People may be looking at you weird because you are starting to express and speak on themes that in mainstream thinking is not even possible. And this will frustrate people who are thinking that you're making it up, who are thinking that you're crazy. But it's not that you're crazy, they're stupid. So this is what I'm saying. We don't need to diss or insult anybody. These people, instead of opening their mind to what they don't understand, are taking their anger out on you irrationally. This is what will make them stupid. It's the madness you are producing because of the intensity of how your existence takes them beyond their false world. So you are instantly a threat to this false reality. Very important. Very important. Very, very important. They will be unconscious agents to reinforce old behaviors and mechanics that now make their fake world they built more comfortable. The proof of this is nothing real can be threatened. So, like, if their framework of reality was real in any way, they would not be threatened by the way you express yourself. They would not unconsciously or consciously project negativity on you. They don't have to like it. They don't have to agree with it, but they would not feel threatened. So the fact that they feel threatened means what? And when I say feel threatened, I mean at a body language, psychological level, uncharacteristic emotions and actions, their words not matching their actions, them trying to act like, oh, you're not important, but they're obsessed with what you're doing. That's because they're not real, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to realize that a lot of people are not real. A lot of people are not real. A lot of people who feel like they're the realest are the fakest people ever. And this is going to make that abundantly clear. Okay. Do you feel me? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get an idea of the flavor. What message are we moving forward with here? What's the underlying theme of this Mercury and Capricorn transit? Seven of Pentacles. This is the promise of fortune. Seven of Pentacles is Saturn in Taurus. Yeah, I was flirting with the idea, like if I was in the process of making a project, I would do it. But it's not something I'd be opposed to. That's not a bad idea. Basically, this is a promise of fortune, and this is talking about your investments. This is talking about everything that you've taken the time to build, that at certain moments you may have felt, is this even worth still investing in? Okay. And we do have the Nine of Cups. Yes, it was worth it. This Mercury in Capricorn is going to facilitate your literal wishes coming true. This is satisfaction. This is you feeling a little smug too, because what's coming in, you worked hard for. Okay. And it's beautiful. These are the next four cards. We have the Fool. You're expecting this new cycle because your wishes are coming true. Shout out to Patrick Murphy, by the way. He pulls really dope readings on TikTok. If you definitely want, more insight, definitely hit him up. We do have the Hangman. All right. This is you now unexpectedly surrendering. And let me be clear on this. You're headed into a direction, and it's like, oh, like the Hangman is unexpectedly going to be a weird spot with the Fool. It's like, okay, this is very weird. I just picked up 2 extra jobs so that I can make maybe around $50,000 to prepare me for the summer. I plugged in the numbers. I got my hourly wage. And at the time, I needed this extra job or two. Like, I decided I'm going to do this. It's just nothing could have prepared me to win $500,000 or to receive $500,000. So now I'm unexpectedly having to surrender the 2 extra jobs that I got to get 50,000. I don't need anymore. I was ready to work towards, what I was ready to do, I don't need anymore. I have already reached this point of satisfaction where everything that I was doing to get there, I can now surrender. Boom, King of Swords, becoming the expert, gaining and coming into expert advice. And that 9 of Cups turns into a 10 of Cups, guys. We have the 9 of Cups turning into 10, satisfaction of fulfillment. And that process in between of wish come true. Wow, this is a new door. Wow, I don't even need to do this anymore. Wow, I know now. Wow, we're blissfully fulfilled. This is it. This is it. Mercury and Cap, like, that's why I want you to look at how Mercury is the first point. We still have Venus and Mars. Mercury is your brain beginning to process this information. Mercury is the scout you're sending out as the rainwaters are starting to fall. This is not exactly the analogy, but it's like sending the bird out. Remember how Noah had to send the bird out? And then once Mercury reaches the sun, it's where the bird comes back with the leaf. All right. Not in this case, because we still have to go through the ride, but that's kind of the analogy for that. Our brains are out ahead as we are still aware, and we're going to come into that message. Dude, this shit is deep. This is fucking deep. So the 7 of Pentacles is saying Don't be perturbed by those who did not take the time to invest. No one who didn't invest with you should be telling you whether you should invest. Like, you have people talking about, oh, you're still stuck on that. You're still investing in that. Maybe you should give up on that. Maybe you should do this. Nobody who did not invest with you should be telling you or influencing you what you should be doing. This is facts. You're the only one who knows. The promise was not given to anybody else. This promise of fortune was given to you. And that's why you stayed faithful to it. And now it's coming more than true. This is everything you're taking on your arc journey. That King of Swords is vicious. Scyther. 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 See, we don't fucking play. This is we just started. This is a beautiful reading. It's a beautiful reading. Beautiful, beautiful reading. And now I'm going to go to the new moon in Sagittarius ceremony, and I'm going to take the law of assumption videos that I posted there. I'm going to post for the Mercury transit talk there at this stage, because a lot of these concepts resurfacing about you being able to create your own reality, that was just the arc. That was you putting together the arc. At this stage, there is no reason at this high level of fluctuation with Pisces that you should be doubting the fact that you create your reality. Okay. We are not being wishy-washy. We are not going back and forth like we could afford to while it was going through Sag, where we could be like, no, I don't want this. No, I'm going to dream bigger. No, I'm going to dream bigger. Now we're organizing this. You do not have the luxury to, I mean, you have the luxury to do this, but you don't want to necessarily doubt during this period. You want to have responsibility over your brain and not accept things in your experience. It doesn't matter if it's real here in 3D. It's not real. What you're seeing is the past. You're never seeing the present. You are never in the present. If you think I'm lying, go watch a Neil Seth's TED Talk. You hallucinate your current reality. By the time your brain, remember, your subconscious filters out so many things in your environment so that your brain doesn't overload. So like by the time your conscious mind puts together everything that's happening, we're already moved forward into the next moment. It's literally like a okay. So this is very, very key, because this is where the reality construction of you filtering and casting your vision from your imagination, Pisces, through your brain, Gemini, into reality, Virgo, is reinforced through your habits, and then you see it, Sagittarius. I just gave you the formula to magic. You've been using it your entire life. Nobody needs to teach you how to create magic. You never not manifest. There is not a single point. All these people talking about manifestation is of the devil. Oh, this is evil. There is not a single person in this world who never uses magic, who never manifests. People are arguing semantics. The fact of the matter is you are always reinforcing your behavior relative to your thoughts and attitudes and your beliefs. That's magic. I hate to break it to you. I'm sorry you were lied to. You have been fighting a war over your soul based on the methodology of how you access this magic. Some of you have been diagnosed with some mental illness or not because you actually understand how magic works. I'm going to say it again. Before you were even born, you were just an idea. You were a dream. You came from an astral realm, materialized here. So you have, of course, with your brain, you imagine what you believe about yourself. Whether this is unconscious or conscious, the actions you make are a product of what you believe you are and who you believe you are and what you believe you can do. That's what's going to influence your mindset and your attitude. Your attitude is going to open up thought processes of, I can accomplish this. I can accomplish this. Of course, if I don't believe in myself, I'm going to have a shitty attitude. But if I believe in myself, Pisces, check, then I'm going to have a brilliant attitude. If I believe that I can do anything, then I'm going to have a limitless attitude. I don't care if it looks impossible, because that's where the real component of magic comes in. Virgo. So Pisces is believing in yourself. Gemini is having the proper attitude to be a home for those beliefs. And now your habits are a home for your attitude. Now that I see everything that's possible to do, I just need to reinforce that belief in my behavior. I just have to keep on believing it in every real experience. That's it. I just have to see the vision, cast that idea in every real experience and see it. That's it. And then reinforcing that, boom, Sagittarius, from nothing to something. You see it. That's it. That's it. When I'm wishy-washy and I believe that I can connect with this person, and now I'm reinforcing that belief real time in reality. And I'm like, no, this person's with somebody else. I can't. Well, now I'm reinforcing that I can't. That's it. And that's what I'll see versus not stopping. I'm not waiting for anything. I'm not waiting for, oh, one day I'm going to see it. No, I see it now, bitch. I see it now. That's why it's happening. That's why it's happening. That's why people who have strong minds, they can manifest instantly. They're not doubting themselves. They know. Boom, boom. And that's what a lot of you are starting to see. Some of you are starting to see that, oh shit, this work that I've been doing within has not been for nothing. I'm seeing things and they're happening just like that. I'm like, you know what? I want this to happen. It's happening. This is the evidence. This is your arc that you've been working on breaking through. All right. And some of you know you're super powerful too. And this is going to piss off people who've gained so much from having leverage over you. This is why they try to demean you. This is why they try to shame you, guilt you, say things that have nothing to do with you, because they're insecure little bitches. And when I say that they're insecure, stupid, weak little bitches, I'm not saying that disrespectfully. I'm not saying that I don't like these bitches. No, I'm saying that as the clinical definition of what they are at the core of their being. That is why you trigger them. If they were not stupid, weak little bitches, they would not act weird about you when you stand in your strength. That's why the first thing they do is talk about you to other people. Strong and real people talk to you. Weak people talk about you behind your back. Of course, they're weak. So, like, it's never been that hard to understand. By their fruit, you know them. If are you real or not. That's it. And this is the consequence of that. This is you continuing to ascend where they continue to lessen themselves. This is where the divide is going to, through Pluto, be very extreme. Wheat tears. Are you ready? Let's go. So the first part of this, ladies and gentlemen, the first part of this, and Serafino Cardona, thank you for being the first person to order the Mercury and Capricorn transit report. I see you have scheduled it for tomorrow, so I got you. I most definitely got you. So we got the first one. There's 14 spots left. So the first part of this, ladies and gentlemen, which is very, very key, is the setup to retrograde. Okay, as you can see, we have Mercury entering Capricorn when the moon, okay, is before the new moon. Let's fast forward to now. Now the moon is in Capricorn. So from moon in Leo to moon in Capricorn, the ascension of our consciousness as we activate blast off has now brought the retrograde. The first part of Mercury coming in to Capricorn was sedimenting your brain processing power to start to control and utilize everything that you've harvested, everything you've evolved in it, everything you've broken through. And this is what has prepared, of course, to align you with everything that's occurring so we can begin the reevaluation process. What I will theoretically guess this should feel like is a sequencing of synchronicities that give you direct control over what you're experiencing versus you just being a witness to it. It's almost as if now you're the DJ of the synchronization of your brain. You always were, but now, in the light of this ascending awareness and understanding with the moon, like the moon is literally degrees away from Mercury, this is you coming in more to literally controlling the timing of these syncs. This is literally you in a period to, I like that you said it's like wearing a suit, you know, this element of your own consciousness, your nen, your mental force. Mercury also represents the abilities of your brain and your unique ability to process information. Everyone is like a snowflake in that they do it uniquely. But now that Mercury has retrograded, this brings down the second portion of this. And shout out to Elisha Eternal. Shout out to you, bro. So the second part of this is Mercury retrograding back into Sagittarius. Okay. This first part is crucial because it allowed Venus to catch up with it. And it has facilitated Saturn coming in to Pisces direct. Now, Mercury that's trining Jupiter retrograde has finally gotten you to the cusp or the brink of this evolution. You're controlling these synchronicities, and I'm just using that as an example. You're controlling this greater brain processing, which is, once again, as you're ascending your awareness, you sending this birdie to gain information and process ahead of you, okay? And the evolution of the natural quality of how really you process your brain has spiked. I want you to see this. This is very important. It's very unassuming, but this trine is what got everything to gear while Venus is harvesting this. All right. So now that it's getting ready to go back, I want you to see this. As we activate the new moon in Sag cycle, Mercury will begin to reevaluate. And what I want you to pay attention to is first, the moon relaying its message with Mercury retrograde. Right now, as we speak, you are understanding this breakthrough in the utilization of your brain at a God level. We have to take into account that this is the first Mercury in Capricorn transit since Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, and at the Pluto 28 degree quality, marking the final part of this, giving you the full experience. This is going to fundamentally break through every skepticism that you may have been told about what you're capable of, to where you're going to be putting the middle finger up like, then why am I doing it, bitch, if you said I couldn't do it? So this is where the next part of this is Mercury retrograding out of Capricorn. This is relaying important information to lead into a very important epiphany. We want to look at the lunar cycle, that this is happening during the activation of the new moon in Sag and the integration. Okay. So once Mercury retrogrades, we have the new moon in Sag to the end of Sag season. There we go. This is now the end of the second phase. Once we get into the Sun Mercury retrograde, this is now the next phase. So we have the first part, which brings us to the retrograde. Then we have the second part, which retrogrades out of Capricorn. Once we come into this conjunction, it is on and popping, ladies and gentlemen. It is on and popping. This is now the point of you. All right. Let's say Mercury going ahead of the sun is you putting a bird out like, hey, I need you to look ahead. All right. Tell me what's happening ahead. Then Mercury retrograde is that bird coming back to give you the information. And then once it conjuncts, the bird has come back. And the information that it's going to let you know that it's been processing ahead of what the sun will now be aware of is going to blow your fucking mind. Please keep in mind this is sextiling Saturn. Please keep in mind it is lightly trining Jupiter with the moon here. So at this stage, the height of insecurity that you have been feeling literally grow is going to exponentially break apart. And this is where those people who are projecting an intensity of hate towards you, they do not hate you. Some of and this is we need to talk about this. Some of you are taking so personally the hate towards you. Most of these people don't even know you. Why are you taking it personally? It's okay to be frustrated because that's a lot of energy to have to process that comes at you sideways as well. But why would you take it personal? They are hating on you because they hate themselves. They don't understand why they cannot break through into this understanding that you're not. Maybe that's not what they tell themselves. Maybe that's not how they rationalize it. But because they hate this within them, that is why they're taking it out on you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Separation is an illusion. This is what's going to be very clear moving forward. And by the time we get into a transit like this, you're going to see it. There are two types of people. It turns out there are really two types of people. You have wheats and tares. And then you have the angels who aren't necessarily people. They're just a part of the judgment process who are going to take the tares and throw them in the fire. Yeah, you know who you are. Shout out to Angel Gang. So basically, you have people who do not realize or acknowledge that separation is an illusion. They live this illusion. These people look at you as separate from them. They're able to look down on you. They feel like the worldly wisdom they've gained makes them smarter than you. These people feel like you're over there and they're here. Okay. Then you have people who truly understand separation is an illusion. I cannot look down on you, my G. That's why I'm telling you, I'm here to serve you, dog. Quantum entanglement. You are not separate from me. Yeah, they have lied to us and said we're a nationality. You're not a nationality. You're a race. You're not a race. You're an ethnicity. You're not an ethnicity. You're not a culture. You're not a tradition. You are given all these things that you never were. And yet, the truth is, you and I are not separate. There's quantum entanglement right now that could produce non-locality, no matter how far in distance you are. This isn't local or real. We are not separate. And so I know fundamentally to my core, if I hurt you, I'm hurting myself. When I help you, I'm helping myself. I live this, my G. That's why there's not a single person I have ever scammed in my life. You live this. That's why you are chosen to represent the new world. People who don't believe in this hurt other people. They scam other people because they're hurting. It's not about being kumbaya spiritual. It's not about, oh, I'm more woke than other people. I'm covering my ass. Let's say I was being selfish. I know implicitly I can't hurt you. I'd be hurting myself. This is the basics of karma, God. That's just the basics of karma. Goodness, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And so for those of you who practice this and live this, you already won. You're pure. And taking that in mind, moving forward with this mindset is going to crystallize all this. That's why these people hate you. They hate themselves. I'm talking about every one of you that are in integrity. Yes, they hate themselves. That's why they hate you. Boom. Cool. That being said, once we step into this part, the reason why this is important is now that the messenger that we put out there has come back and given us the processed information we're going to be aware of. It's like Mercury is giving you notes like, hey, this is what you're about to be aware of, my G. All right, thank you. Then that bird is going to go back to reevaluate what we just ascended our awareness into. And it's going to be like, oh, mind you, it's applying the utilization and instruction of your brain to now change what it is you're aware of. What this is like in a mutable sign to cardinal sign is gaining a perception, moving in that direction. And as we move in that direction, we're reevaluating what we thought prior about that perception. Let me give you an example. You were pedal biking to school. Now you got the keys to an electric scooter bike that can fly. The shit is weird. It's crazy. Okay. Or let me use this. Let me use this as an example. You were driving a Mazda and you had to worry about gas money. Well, now you woke up in a new Bugatti, your future. Yes. Now, as Mercury goes back into Sagittarius, you are replacing the thought process of having to get gas money. Your new Maserati or Bugatti doesn't even take gas. We don't even have to say it's electric. Like, it's now having to reevaluate how you used to think around your circumstances now that you have ascended and you're moving into the direction that you already had processed you would do. Mercury moving forward was taking notes versus the sun actually you doing it now. Okay. So the next part of this is the reevaluation of what you've ascended into, because actually ascending into it versus now reevaluating what that actually was is what's going to help you rewire your brain so that once Mercury goes direct, you're ready to now bring in the supernatural quality of these ascended abilities. All right. I hope that makes sense. This is what's going to really bring the mind over matter, as it's going to apply everything that this conjunction brought with the epiphany. So this is beautiful because the first part of this, we brought the retrograde, which brought moon Mercury. In fact, if we look at the moon, it's going to be trine in Taurus. The second part of this was sun Mercury. The third part of this is going to be Mars Mercury. So moon Mercury helped us understand, hey, your powers are awakening, my G. Yeah. You're starting to like you thought about this and it's happened. There's a controlling element here that's allowing you to induce causality. You're starting to understand. Then sun Mercury, hey, we felt that this was happening. Now we're aware of it. Now we're aware of how to begin to control this. The old world of how you used to live is over. That's another analogy of the apocalypse. Boom. Okay, that's 2. 3, now that you've understood and felt what's happening, and now you're aware of what's happening, then Mercury Mars is where, boom, we're doing it now. We're setting it off, going into Capricorn. Now that we've understood and we're aware, we're putting and feeling all our action behind it. And what does that look like, guys? Boom. Coming into, of course, the beginning of Capricorn, we have Mars getting ready to catch up on the 28th of December, where Mercury, the moon, will be opposite in Gemini and Cancer. The full moon in Cancer, y'all. Full moon in Cancer. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. By the full moon in Cancer, Mercury retrograde is now at this point passing the message along to the actions you will set up after being aware of the plan being set in Capricorn. We want to highlight that the 269 degree it is making to Neptune is what's going to compound on the metaphysical and supernatural quality that will ultimately change your perception around what you used to see as fantasy as now real supernatural. It's no longer a concept. This is now the beginning of how you are changing your entire belief structure. Cool. Now this leads into Mars. getting ready to move into Cap. And what do you know? Not only is Jupiter direct, but Mercury is stationed on the 2nd of January, and now it's direct. So here's the thing. By the time we get to January 3rd, Mercury will be direct. And we see Venus, and we see Mercury, and we see Mars. Okay? The Sun, Mars, Mercury, and Venus represent the luminary and personal planets that sponsor our way through these cycles. This is going to basically be Mercury retrograding back to get ready to move forward with the entire RPG party. Guys, I am literally verbatim telling you how the final boss battle and your RPG party is going together. You have the Sun, you have Mars, your warrior, you have your Magi, Mercury, and you have Venus, your cleric, the healer. Well, it doesn't have to be the healer, but you know, the Empress here. This is your RPG party with the moon, and this is going to prepare you for the final boss battle. Okay, this is where at this period, so we just finished the first part was setting up the retrograde. Second part was retrograding out of Capricorn. Third part was catching up to Mars and Venus. And then the fourth part is the direct motion all the way through into Aquarius. Well, the fourth part is really going back into Cap. And then the fifth part is actually the Cap. So the going back to Cap part, now that we've reevaluated, by this point, now we've accepted I'm in a Bugatti now. Okay, we had the Mars and the Mercury. I woke up in the Bugatti already. Now we're moving forward. Like this is what we do now. Now you know what I'm saying? Like the Mazda days are over. Okay. And the cool thing is now as we go back into Capricorn and revisit the square, boom, Mars is in Cap. I want you to see how, and we'll talk about this Mars and Cap transit talk. Mars is going to get ready to trine Jupiter while Venus quickly catches up to Mercury and Mercury goes into Cap. By the time Mercury goes back into Cap, Mars is not only trining Jupiter, which is going to boost the power and quality of power you're moving forward with, right? If Mars in Capricorn is moving forward with a great business plan, Jupiter in Taurus is moving forward with a great business plan, and you were given like a $20 million advance. There's moving forward with a good business plan, and then there's moving forward with a plan when you have an advance of money. I'm telling you, it's about to be crazy. And then Mercury is going to catch up. This is the fifth and final part going through Capricorn, where now you've already taken action on this advance, and now your brain is plugging in the numbers like, okay, this is how we're going to invest this, and this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Venus is, of course, getting ready to come into Capricorn. So now we have the final part. The final part happens during the beginning of the final boss battle, which is going to occur after this new moon. Okay. By the time we step into this new moon, the boss battle cycle has begun. And by the time the moon is in Pisces, Mercury is in Capricorn. You're starting to plug in your brain and numbers into figuring out how powerfully you're going to approach this battle. First, we have Mercury sextiling Saturn. And this is very pivotal, guys. One, it's trining Jupiter direct, not retrograde. So we have Mercury that sextiled Saturn just going direct, and then it reevaluated. And now we have Mercury that's coming back into Capricorn, and you're ready to move forward with your Bugatti. By this point, you've registered the Bugatti. See, you just woke up in the Bugatti. You still didn't register it with the DMV if you believe in doing all that. By this point, now you've registered it. Now it's good. Now you can move forward with this Bugatti you somehow magically woke up in. And once Mercury starts to trine Jupiter direct, now you're organizing your focus on this advance that if Capricorn is the business plan, Taurus is the moolah. It's the product. Cool. That's going to have us Mercury catch up to Mars. This is how fast Mercury moves, guys. Mercury is not only going to catch up to Mars, it's going to square Chiron. Once Mercury starts to catch up to Mars, I know you can, by the way, I know you see Pluto in Aquarius. Don't sleep. All of this is occurring while the sun is going over Pluto and traveling in revolution with Aquarius, the beginning of the end of the world. Okay, so as Mercury starts to catch up with your actions, you're starting to plug in more numbers and wrap your mind and brain around the actions you're taking. Mind you, we had the Mars take over Mercury in Sag. So once it comes back in Capricorn, it's organizing and structuring more of this process of your brain. Megan Graham, thank you very much for ordering the progressed chart report or reading. All right, I see you scheduled for the 22nd. I got you. No problemo. Thank you very much. Stephanie, thank you very much. I see you got the live transit interpretation, so I got you. All right. So, should I be excited? Absolutely. Absolutely. You want to be excited in the sense where you're opening up your brain function to produce more power, which now enables you to harness more energy in your brain and body so that you can accelerate your thought process and literally feel and live limitlessly. This is going to be the beginning of this process that by the time Mars, Mercury, and the sun are in Pisces, you will be experiencing the full range of. So this is literally the completion of activating this before we do it all over again 2024. Okay, which is starting here 2024. All right, so this is nuts, guys. This is nuts. By this point, you're driving your Bugatti into the beginning of this revolution. The flood waters have reached the top of the mountain. And now this is where we're starting to see Moon, Sun, Pluto, the settling of the flooding everything. Okay, it's beginning that process. We have Mercury catching up over Mars, and it looks like Mercury is going to be the first planet to not only reach Pluto, but by the time it starts to trine Uranus, this is where the limitless quality of your brain processing is going to exponentially not only suddenly awaken more unconventionality and innovation and genius, but this is where the grounding of Capricorn and Taurus will align this to where it's smooth. It's smooth. And I want to say that everything up until this point is you coming up into this exponential parabola once we trine Jupiter versus trine Uranus. Okay, this is what's going to strengthen Taurus. Capricorn is power. Taurus is going to strengthen the quality, the physical quality of this physical power. All right. Virgo is going to be more so the how you operate this power. We don't have Virgo. Okay. We will have the moon in Virgo, which is going to be amazing trine that will help you understand how to do this. But this is really more focused on the physical strength and the power you're directing towards this strength. All right. And this is where miracles will start to happen, guys, because once we move forward from here, Mercury is going to now catch up to Pluto. And we have the sextile, which is going to now organize the reality of what your brain is processing with the supernatural imagination and synchronicities that will align the astral realm and the physical realm. Mind you, all of this is now at the final part, trining this. So this is what's going to bring into crystallized reality the harvest of this evolution and opposition. So this is huge. And then we will have the awakening tour, Mercury, Mars, and Venus through Pluto, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to mark a new era into the awakening of your life force energy, mental force. This is where that Zhong Chang video I showed you, you have now reached a place in your brain to begin the collective awakening of being able to harness chi through your body. That's the beginning of Mercury, Sun, Pluto, Aquarius. By the time we come 2 decades into the end, you see how we're at the end of Capricorn and we're awakening this power? Once we come at the end of 29 degrees, Pluto, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and Aquarius, you're going to have mastered, you're going to be able to casually just control energy through your body, levitate stuff, telepathically talk to people. And that's going to be in another 17 years that we end this transit. So we are ending an old world, but we are just beginning this new cycle. Okay, this is everything that you have been working towards. And I just wanted to illustrate very powerfully how, okay, this is it, guys. We're going to reconvene into Aquarius, which is going to now apply the awakening of this elite brain power into the beginning of activating genius and going beyond what science has told you is humanly possible to achieve with your brain processing, and with Mars, your actions, and with Venus, your innate abilities. This, like Heidi said, is the dawning. All right. And this is what's going to enable you to recognize those who are part of your soul tribe. It's like telepathy without the telepathy, but that's still telepathy. I don't know why I said it like that, but that was kind of funny. All right, guys. And that's it. Thank you very much once again. For those of you who want more in depth, you know I'm gonna go in for Mercury and Capricorn snapshot transit report. This is going to be personally for you, how you're going to be awakening this brain function. We're going to look at the angles it makes to your natal Mercury and Sun and show you how you're going to actually experience this. For example, if you have Mercury in Cancer, if you have Sun in Cancer, then a lot of this transit is going to be how this awakening of your brain applies directly towards other people, how you are directing your psychic power towards other people. Versus if you're Sagittarius, this is going to be everything you're manifesting in your finances. We're going to go in. All right. For those of you who want a live reading, I'm going to do this really quickly. All right. And once again, all of my readings are 30% off until the end of December. January, we're going to move forward with a new protocol, paper call, for those of you who want to call per minute. Basically, an hour on my per minute paper call profile that you can actually see on my website is less than half of the full rate of an hour. So if you wanted to do an hour consultation on my website versus an hour paying per minute, it costs less money to pay per minute. If it's $500 an hour, the pay-per call is like closer to $200 an hour. So I hooked it up to where that can serve as office hours for those of you who maybe you don't have enough time for a full consultation, but you have enough money for maybe like 13 minutes, 20 minutes. You can go per minute, and it's going to be really fun. And I have a whole team of people too. All right. The Fury Soldier, Jazz Nicole, Janice, Marcy, all right, aka the Mystic Magi, and we're going to be growing the team as well. Pharaoh is also going to be there, and we'll do a contestant game for those of you who want to join the team and become part of the hotline as well. All right, so it is what it is. It is what it is, and this is for that one. If you want to talk about anything, if you just want to talk to us, and you know you want to actually just have someone to talk to, think of it as office hours. Like it's whatever you want. So with that being said, I'm going to pull one more card for you. So we know the first reading is this is going to facilitate satisfaction. The transit starts off with your wishes coming true. I can't make this up. And it ends with you in fulfillment. This is the fulfillment of the promise of fortune on your life that you invested in and didn't come easy. You had to invest in it. You had to have patience to put this together. And so we do have the Six of Wands. I can't make this up. This is Arceus. This is the Pokemon god. And we're talking about a god awakening the brain. This is you facilitating success, popularity. You are coming into leadership. I can't make this up. Ace of Pentacles, Ho-Oh. We literally have the Pokemon God and the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh. This is the Pokemon Ash first saw when he first started his journey, when he also went into Johto for the first time, when he also went into a new region. So you are getting ready to step into a new world with new possibilities and new Pokemon. And just know that this, from the very beginning of all creation, was the success written in the stars for you. There's a universe around here. So this is new money and success that brings this new, not just money, but healthy beginning. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. Okay. Well, goddamn. Oh my gosh. All right. Shoot. Ho-Oh literally grants wishes of immortality. I can't even make this up. So this is your personal value that's coming through here. And so with that being said, Sabrina said, I have a career I'm not satisfied with, but I'm worried about leaving my job, which provides me financial security. Should I look for a new opportunity or stay with stability? All right. So really, really, really great question. The good thing is you don't have to do one or the other. So you want to look for a new opportunity. We literally even got the Ace of Pentacles. The new opportunity is here. All right. This is where for everyone watching this, the YouTube video links that I have below will guide you. If you practice this, this is going to facilitate why you're going to get every one of your wishes come true. So if you heard me talk on the themes and I'm like, okay, peace dealer, I understand that we're going to awaken our brain power to greater levels, and we're going to be able to induce more causality based off of the maintenance of our vision and beliefs. But how do I actually, decide what it is I want to create? How do I use the law of assumption? Click the 2 video links below. If you do that, you'll literally get everything you need. That's it. Okay. And I highly recommend that for you because Sabrina, you're not limited. If you want a new career right now, you can literally just decide you have a new career right now. And the reason why I'm saying is it's not either or, is you can literally stay at your current job. You don't have to leave your job. This is the most important thing. You do not have to leave your job. You can work your current job and the new opportunity will literally come to you. You don't even have to look for it. It will come to you. And if you still want to look for it, just at least do it if you're inspired. You might be inspired to look for this new opportunity. You don't have to leave your current job. If you decided to leave your current job and just fully go on to look for this opportunity, you will still find the opportunity. So there's no situation in which you're going to be left without work unless you want to be. That's the power of your awareness. For those of you who want a card, click the Hipsy link down below and you can join the live queue. So that's the answer for you. Now let's actually pull a tarot card, Sabrina, and see what card we have for you relative to this. We do have Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is you stabilizing your finances. It's a reliable friend. It's the consistency. It's you being able to manage consistently your finances. So that already is an underlying theme. It's promising to know that you will have this stability through this period. And then we also have the 6 of Cups. Now, the 6 of Cups is a soulmate card. So this could represent an old friend who's very reliable, who's going to help you through this process. But the 6 of Cups is also comfort in the workplace. So this is not necessarily suggesting that there will be any issues in finding employment. If you feel, once again, that you want to not risk stability because you're worried about leaving your job, you're not in a position where you won't find a new opportunity just because you're still securing your job. So I want you to go with what you're inspired to go by. If you feel inspired that it's time to leave, you're going to find the job you're going to want to find. You might not even need one. If you still feel inspired to just stay while the one comes to you, one will come to you. Okay. And the 6 of Cups is definitely confirming that regardless of your decision, the next few weeks is going to bring greater comfort. And I feel like through this is going to be where the opportunity, you're not looking for the opportunity, I see. It's something that you're going to be able to come through. Yeah, 2 of Wands is especially speaking of you having a lot more options than you may currently realize right now. So you're not necessarily limited at all. And I like knowing that you were born Leo season, because Capricorn to Leo is the work house. So it's going to be during this Capricorn season that will unfold the awareness of how exactly to integrate everything. And I think this is going to turn a lot of things around for you for very positive and not for worse. Okay, beautiful. So next we have Stephanie Stringa. All right, which is beautiful because we know you got the 24-degree aqua rising. Okay. What I read, you late Aqua risings. I'm a late Taurus rising, so I kind of borrow this too. But you late Aqua risings, I'm very interested in how this is going to really play out for you, because Pluto's not going to reach your AC for a minute. The North Node is going to hit your AC before Pluto does. And I still go by whole houses. So as soon as Pluto hits 0, 1 degrees Aqua, all you late Aqua risings are still going to feel it. It's still going to influence you. It's still going to activate for you. But it's not the same as having 1 degree Aqua rising. So it's like more so, it's not, you're not waiting for anything, but it's just more so you coming into the end of it with the full mastery. All right, but you're still gonna hit in. So one thing that I find amazing about you, Stephanie, is your sun and moon is in the first decan of Cancer. And the reason why that's very key is Saturn is literally trining your sun and moon. And that's a really, really beautiful place to be as High Queen, because this is integrating the knowledge of your own psychic awareness and understanding that Saturn is crystallizing and taking all of your vision into the unseen and organizing with full clarity exactly more one, not only the integrity of what you've been seeing. So it's like maybe for the past few years, if you have been sharing with other people that through your psychic senses you're imagining and seeing or clairvoyantly connecting with certain beings, Saturn is coming through to let you know you were actually seeing those beings. You weren't making it up like maybe some other people were making it up. This was the sincerity and the holy power that you were born representing. That I feel like that one trine ridiculous. Okay, then Mercury in its retrograde process conjuncting with the sun is also going to be opposite your sun and moon. So you're going to be one of the few people who have a very powerful depth of understanding relative to how to apply this awakening of brain power towards others. And with the Aqua rising, there's going to be a claircognizant, super psychic, intuitive nature with how you deal with others, with how you automatically already know and feel what people will be doing. This is compounded more by the fact that Jupiter and Saturn in Libra are also going to be T-squaring this. So that T-square is this extremity of balance towards your social situations with other people that apply this transcendent understanding of how you have evolved past your old self, how you are integrating abilities, and how in Cancer in your fifth, sixth house, you're basically cleaning and washing other people with your talents, and how now that social pressure with the Libra T square takes this elite awakening, and with the South Node in Libra, not only holds other people accountable to just how much more powerful this pressure you're putting on other people are, but how you depart with the North Node in Aries and add more to your value, because the North Node is still in your second house. And so once we kind of break through into the 12th house portion of your chart, coming into the end of this transit, that's what's going to segue the range of, let's be mindful of Saturn in your first, North Node in your second, Jupiter and Uranus in your third, the High Queen activation of the trend of what's happening in the collective, defining your personality. As a Cancer sun, you are aware of this, manifesting the quality of your legacy. This is really rewarding. It's really rewarding. What I really like to see here is all this North Node Aries in your second house. Everything that's happening is clearing out the old cycle to prepare you to make bank. And because you have Saturn and Jupiter and Pluto there, you're the one that is attracting this towards you. You're taking actual actions to bring this towards you. It's nothing that's coming out of nowhere. And, you know, I would definitely love your feedback, because that is very, very like mind blowing. Very, very mind blowing. And especially in, I would even say, discerning a lot of how, as a Cancer sun and moon, which you've progressed out of Cancer as well, we can see. Oh, that's interesting. So I got requests. I see. Okay. Good looks, guys. This is definitely putting you in a position to also harvest the the reactivation of these powers as well. So very, very beautiful, very, very powerful. Okay, so next we have Nero Jetson, March 13th, 92. This is beautiful because you finished your Saturn return. I see you and I respect that. What should I expect and how should I go about things during this transit? So let's see. Nero Jetson. Let's pull up your chart. 92 means you're a devious monster. Okay, 91 and 92 are weird, but they're strong as fuck. If you ever see anyone born 91, be careful about them. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you see anyone born 92, you kind of have to run away because like these people are like a cunning level of just super strong. Like they have this light form of claircognizance that allows them to not only apply knowledge of things yet to happen, like how the audacity, but you're also coming into higher levels of God intuition. And a lot of people don't understand about 92 because 92 is low key, 91 is low key, 92 is low key. Like these motherfuckers know shit. Like 89, 90, these motherfuckers do incredible shit, but 91, 92, the stuff that these people know are extraordinary. And so the audacity to just be a Pisces born in 92, I can't even implicitly trust you. There's no way. You have Saturn behind your Pisces sun. There's no way. Like, first of all, the audacity to be a Pisces. Yeah, I said it. But a 92 born Pisces, like you're bugging. You're bugging, sir. You are bugging, sir. You already have like a totality of knowledge that it's gonna take science 30 years to catch up to your generation. So like I don't even know how that makes sense. And you look at the people in the chat, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Like people who are born in 92 are just now awakening to Columbia, South Carolina. Okay. So it's like they just returned their power. Stephanie, it was a huge honor. Thank you very much. All right. Very, very powerful. So I have to. Y'all be acting like y'all are out here like that. And especially the Pisces born 92. These motherfuckers are devious wizards. They know too much and they know how to use magic and they're not going to tell you. A 92, 91, 93 Pisces will do a spelling in front of your face and then pretend like, oh, I don't even believe in magic for real. I just scanned your aura and basically used, did this spell in front. Like these are devious, dangerous people. Like these people are the top of the fucking penthouse. They're not playing with you. They're not playing with you. This isn't like a 2012, 2015 hippy dippy Pisces. That's just going to be like, I believe in you, dude. No, 92 is cutthroat. All right. So we got your chart here. The audacity. Y'all got to see this. The audacity. This is why I can't stand you. How are you going to ask me to read your chart, sir? You are a whole gangster. Stop acting like you are not a whole gangster. You got Saturn and Mars and Venus 29 degrees on the rising, sir. What is this? What is this? Man is like, what should I expect and how should I go about things during this transit? Why are you asking me? Why are you asking me? You're high nobility. You're a gangster. You're a cutthroat gangster. I see you. Do you see this alien construct? You have second house Pisces like I have second house Gemini. I'm a natural royal, a Taurus rising with Gemini. My word is my magic. I've written stuff down on paper. It's happened. I've talked to Jupiter about give me $1,000. It's happened. You have the highest level of this. You're the high nobility, the high king with the imagination magic. You have this talking about how should I go about this? This is why I can't stand you niggas. What do you mean? Like you don't know, you have a total knowledge of your, look at you. You're extraordinarily beautiful. 29 degrees Venus. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? You have holy divinity. Holy divinity. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Is this an audit? You're a galactic federation. You're a galactic feds. What are you doing here? What are you think I wouldn't call you out? You're galactic feds, man. You're galactic feds. That's why I'm saying 91, 92. I gotta be careful around you. This is crazy. I am dead serious right now. This is not a joke. Some of you don't even know you messing with the galactic feds. This man trying to act like he not tapped in. I ain't getting no refund. You talking about how, by the way, to answer your question, you got North Node. That's the thing. 91, 92, they're destined for greatness. They got North Node in Capricorn. You see how he has a South Node on his moon? His soul literally comes from the ancient past, the holy waters. Dude, talking about what should I do? Like, you not actually shifting all of consciousness right now as a celestial gangster high king. I am not glazing you. I am not complimenting you. I am wanting to know why a galactic fed is paying me to read you like you don't know the future. I am so fucking confused. Do you see how the universe be trolling me? Do you see how the universe be trolling me? Like, I want to see what Peace Dealer is going to say about my chart. Bro, what are you doing? All right, my bad. So let me answer your question. Mercury is going to go through your 12th house. Mercury, Venus, and Mars are going to go through your 12th house. Okay, this is going to completely transcend the evidence of you completing your Saturn return. We have to remember that coming the last few years, you were just completing your Saturn return. And relative to you finally coming around this knowledge of self, Pluto over the next decade is going to sponsor this awakening. And Neptune is right on your sun, having you manifest directly through your imagination. So unlike most other people, everything you're imagining is happening real time, and you're feeling the burden of responsibility of representing the collective like so. Christian Dixie is a version of this that's new gen, and you are the end of the old gen. All right, that's where that Pluto square comes in. And the thing here is that 12th house transit coming out the 11th is going to align with your destiny to take your holy soul and the creativity of how you integrate how creative you are divinely. And this is going to wrap around your brain who is in your corner and how you are transcending your belief as not a mortal being, but a galactic fed, a celestial gangster, a high king. So the question is, what should you expect? You're not going to be worrying about how to go about going through this transit, because this is you releasing. This is you getting ready to take every concept that brought you here and you're making it obsolete because you've completed your Saturn return. So this is you getting ready to step into the power you came into this world with. And this is going to organize a lot of the direction of how you believe and who you know yourself to be, fam. You're going to manifest the integrity of your value that will strengthen the core of why. The reason why I'm a natural royalty, Taurus risings can confirm this in the comments. By the way, Vera, welcome to the gang. All right. I see you have joined Eternal Vibe Tribe. You guys have access to the extended magic moon messages. So as Taurus risings, Taurus is I have. AC is myself. I have myself. I'm self-made. We got it from the ground. This is the earth royal. We literally, this is our strength. You're the high nobility. I know, AC. You know yourself. And this is what enables you to have this divine, incorruptible value through your imagination. And I respect it. That's the only one I respect because it's the final stage evolution of what I have. Okay, if my thoughts can manifest, and these are my individual thoughts, you're manifesting the entire collective unconscious, the dream. So at that higher God level, it's happening much quicker. All right. And that's what is going to really shift your belief around what you believe you can do and strengthen who you know you are. Very, very important. If you ever want a reading, bro, holler at me. Okay, I definitely would very much so love that. I'm not sure if you guys want to, all right, it's cool. I'm just going to provide this link. Boo. All right, next we have Sulada. Card reading, 3-card tarot draw. 3-card tarot draw. All right, Sulata, let's go. Let's see what we got for you. All right, we have the Page of Pentacles. This is a reinvention of your character and also your mode of not only getting your physical health in check, but of course, your finances. Very, very key. So this is really very much so. Oh, no way. Okay, cool. This is very much so in the vein of this Mercury Capricorn transit. It's going to evaluate how you reinvent yourself. So we have 6 of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. It's funny because when the sun conjuncts Mercury in Capricorn, the moon's going to be in Taurus. So that kind of represents the beginning of it for you. This is coming into this transit, financial balance, greater wealth. If you've needed to owe money or borrow money or give away money, this is, of course, philanthropy, but let's just say financial assistance. We do have the Knight of Swords. This is going to be a message of enlightenment and truth that, of course, relative to this epiphany, is going to spark the next direction to go into. So we do see a lot of financial repair. We do see really organizing more how to reinvent the way you work out or the way you make money, or going back to the drawing board, learning from scratch. The Knight of Swords is looking at the 6 of Pentacles. So it's almost as if you may come into news about ways to increase your financial flow. And this leads to the 6 of Wands. Yep. This is even more beautiful because we have the theme of 6 Knight 6. So this is whatever this is, it's going to lead into greater victory, public reputation, getting greater. So we have the finances balancing, and this is going to push you forward to come into great leadership, especially if you're putting any projects out during this period. You're going to see that these projects come into great success. Okie dokie. So next we have Nero. Again, want to know about the outcome of my macaroni ball ghost kitchen business. Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense now, seeing the Saturnian energy and the second house Pisces. As far as that business goes, astrologically, Saturn going through your second house, by the time it finishes out in 2025, you have mastered your assets, your value in this. It is completely yours. Then once we go from 2025 to 2027 in Aries, you're taking your business and you're going to open the doorway towards, well, where are we going to market this to? What is the message of this business? What direction do we want to take this experience? So this answer to your question, the outcome of your macaroni ball ghost kitchen business is going to be complete success, but it's over the next year and a half that's going to help you manage the finances and, of course, the quality of the experiences. You're going to be reality warping crazy. You just have to decide it's done. So let's see what the tarot kind of confirms with this, or says in contrast or with it. Queen of Cups is talking about one, possibly a woman here who's going to really help with her psychic intuition and her depth of emotional compassion, really give you insight and advice. But really, I see this as you. I see this as you tapping more into not approaching this in a sharp-minded intellectual way, but in a much more romantic and intuitive way, especially because the main card we have is the 10 of Pentacles. So the outcome is wealth, bruh. Ente, you're going to come into not just the bag, but a legacy. This business is going to enable you to give your grandchildren inheritance. But we want to look at this Queen of Cups. This could be an advisor. This could be someone who's partially a part of this. This is your legendary Pokemon. That's actually what this is, the first generation legendary. But I love this roaming generation 2 legendary Pokemon. This is the answer. The outcome of this is not, this is the best outcome you can get in a career reading. Your business is going to get the 10 of Pentacles. Financial fulfillment. But we want to respect that that's the process of Saturn that is, of course, finishing its way through your second. So congrats in advance. I'm very honored that I could be the bearer of that good news. Christian Dixie, Mercury and Cap pull. Let's go. King Christian Dixie. We have, of course, Suicune, the other roaming legendary, Ace of Cups. All right. Whereas he got the Queen of Cups, deep emotional understanding, feeling deep love. This is new love. This is renewal. This is forgiveness. This is legendary Pokemon shining in your face. Talking about, yeah, let's take it there. Let's take it to the place. And of course, we do have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is the intellectual focus to not be distracted when it comes to the pursuit of your goals and getting shit done accordingly with style and with grace. Queen of Swords doesn't play. This could be somebody who you forgive. This could be a new friendship, a new romantic direction forward. This could be a new mindset. I like the octave of the Ace of Cups because whoever this Queen of Swords, the card for you is an actual person. Whether this is a quality of yourself that's going to be focused and independent towards the pursuit of what it is you want to get done, or I think a really, really dope friend who, if you're the King of Swords, she's the Queen of Swords. And the Ace of Cups is going to be a new facet of your relationship with this person. And it doesn't even have to be one person. This could be a quality you see in everyone during this period. Okay. So definitely looking forward to how that's going to play out for you. You guys are effing amazing. I'm sure I can say fucking, but I'm going to say effing amazing, even though I just said it anyway. I'm going to pull one more card for everybody if you're still here. I love that we have legends in the building. I'm so grateful that you guys watch me. You guys support me. I'm just really excited about how in future I could just continue to serve. Nice. 23044. So we do have the 10 of Swords. This is going to bring the destruction of old thought processes that no longer apply and are obsolete to you. That's the underlying theme. And we do have the 3 of Pentacles. This is going to open up teamwork, Mars in Capricorn. Okay. The High Priestess is pushing you to trust the signs and don't feel like you have to have it all figured out because you are being guided. Shout out to Gardevoir. You guys stay blessed as always. Woo! That was a powerful stream. And until next team,